Thank you. I do, thank you. Well, I did get her. Hold on a second. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
All right. I have no idea if that whole previous stream of the cloture vote was even streaming.
I know.
I don't think it was. So here we are. Just an update. I was eating hot dogs and drinking a beer and watching the cloture vote. The cloture vote went through. Susan Collins, despite saying she's going to vote no, ultimately voted yes to conclude cloture, to close cloture, whatever the phrase is. I didn't quite understand that. But I guess I didn't fire up the live stream. Right, so we're just now joining them as they conclude the cloture vote. They voted to stop debate, and they're going to hold the final vote forthwith. Okay, I'm going to get a beer. I'll be right back.
Thank you, sir.
I love the banter.
Blunt Rochester.
I love the banter.
Mr. Booker, Mr. Bozeman, Mrs. Britt, Mr. Budd.
But this woman's voice, she's so aggressive and masculine. It's a little bit...
Ms. Cantwell, Mrs. Capito, Mr. Cassidy.
She's got this little, like, what is that thing she does at the end of Cassidy? It tries to sound like kind of like drawish or like cowboyish or I don't know what it is.
Ms. Collins, Mr. Coons.
What is that?
Mr. Cornyn, Ms. Cortez Masto, Mr. Cotton, Mr. Kramer.
What? We already did this!
Mr. Crapo, Mr. Cruz.
How many votes are there?
Mr. Daines, Ms. Duckworth.
We literally, before this stream... Oh, that was too loud.
Ms. Ernst, Mr. Fetterman, Mrs. Fisher.
We literally
Mr.
just
Gallego, Mrs. Gillibrand,
ran
Mr.
through
Graham,
the
Mr.
whole...
Grassley.
I'm so confused.
It's the third one, yeah. Mr. Haggerty.
How many votes are there? No, seriously.
Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hawley, Mr. Heinrich.
How many votes are there?
Ms. Hirono, Mr. Hoven. Mr. Husted. Mrs. Height Smith. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Justice. Perfect timing. Thank you. Mr. Kane, Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kennedy.
What are we doing?
Thank you. I got you. Mr. Kim, Mr. King. Ms. Klobuchar.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna get a beer. I'll be right back. I'm so excited
Mr.
about this.
Langford. Thank you. Mr. Lee. Mr. Lujan, Ms. Lummis. Mr. Markey, Mr. Marshall, Mr. McConnell, Mr. McCormick, Mr. Merkley, Mrs. Moody, Mr. Moran, Mr. Moreno, Mr. Mullen, Ms. Murkowski, Mr. Murphy, Mrs. Murray, Mr. Ossoff, Mr. Padilla, Mr. Paul, Mr. Peters, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ricketts, Mr. Risch, Ms. Rosen, Mr. Rounds, Mr. Sanders, Mr. Schatz, Mr. Schiff, Mr. Schmidt, Mr. Schumer, Mr. Scott of Florida, Mr. Scott of South Carolina, Mrs. Shaheen, Mr. Sheehy, Ms. Slotkin, Ms. Smith, Mr. Sullivan. Thank you. Mr. Thune, Mr. Tillis, Mr. Tuberville, Mr. Van Hollen.
This is just so crazy.
Mr. Warner, Mr.
This
Warnock,
is so crazy.
Ms. Warren, Mr. Welch, Mr. Whitehouse.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit and tell a little story. All right?
Mr. Wicker, Mr. Wyden.
This may be not necessary, but I'll do this right at the top in case anybody watches this far. I'm sitting at this desk. In this house that I moved into 5 years ago. A little less than 5 years ago. I moved into this house after being homeless for about a year after a divorce. And just as I moved to this house, the 2020 election happened. And I sat in this chair at this desk and watched the 2020 election be stolen. while making a video about elections for my kids, because I was making all these. I was being alienated from my children at the time. So to sort of solve that, I was making videos for my kids that I could then show them someday. But here's what Dad was doing during that month when we couldn't talk. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And that's when the election happened. And I remember falling asleep thinking Trump had it won, and then waking up at 2 a.m. and seeing the nonsense in Pennsylvania, and then falling asleep again and waking up to a concession speech, or not a concession speech, but hearing like Mike Pence talking in a way that does not sound like a winner giving a speech. And I remember that was like, so the divorce and then the alienation from my kids, and then that, it was like the worst time in life. Sat at this chair. Fast forward 4 years. Oh, sorry. And then right after that, there was this girl I was talking to from Tinder. So right after that, we never really went on a date or anything. I just talked to her. But like, we had similar political inclinations, and we were talking. I could pull out the, maybe not to Instagram. I don't know. I could pull out the conversation for you right now. I still have it. Right before January 6th, I was like, hey, what are you doing? I don't have my kids right now. Let's go to Washington and go to this protest. What eventually became January 6th. Bro, I would have been shot dead. I don't mean to joke about that because of Ashley and all that. I'm just saying, I would have been the first person over the fence. I would have been the first person into the building. I would have been like, I was so upset. And I have these messages where I'm like, let's go, like let's just drive down there. Let's take a road trip. So fast forward 4 years, me and my kids, God is so good to me. Me and my kids sat here on election night, 2024, and live streamed and, you know, watched Poly Market, and like we had the greatest night watching him win his rightful place as president. For the third time. He's president for the third time. And I remember just, even from the beginning with that whole January 6th thing, just being so convinced and so sure it was some sort of op. An FBI op. You know? I got good intuitions about stuff. I was right about COVID. I was right about a lot of stuff. So now to be sitting at this same desk. I don't have my kids today. They come tomorrow. To be sitting at this same desk now watching the confirmation of Kash Patel and what he means and what he represents in terms of the corruption in the DOJ and specifically the FBI. It's just like it's so exciting. Man, it's so exciting to go from such hopelessness and despair over there she is. There's the fat lesbian from Hawaii. There she is. I'm sorry. I mean it convivially. She's a very nice person. It's so amazing. Just win after win after win. Popular vote, every swing state. And now Musk just taking an axe, or a flamethrower rather, to the bureaucracy. It's just so incredible. What a 4 years it's been. I've developed a long-distance running habit and a beer problem, and I'm not sure which one is ultimately going to win. But right now, they're just like neck and neck. I'm like running thousands of miles a year and drinking way more beer than I should. But today we're celebrating. Today it's appropriate. I'm not celebrating, yet. I should turn this up again. But let's see what Poly Market has him at. Check Poly Market here. I just had it open, sorry. Let's turn this back up. Poly Market. Kash Patel. Oh. Skip. All right. How is this not at the top?
Mr. Merkley.
Still calling names. Is this the actual vote now? Here's the headline.
Warner, no.
Senate voted to advance Kash Patel. So does that mean we're actually voting on the thing now? I wish there's no commentary, so it's hard to know. This could just blindside us. Maybe they're doing the actual vote right now. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. It's 12:30. They said 1 o'clock. If they're not voting on that right now, I don't know what these continue, because before this live stream that you're watching right now, if anybody watches this, I thought I was streaming. I had my software wrong. I was not streaming.
Murphy, no.
But they just did this whole roll call for cloture. So I don't know what this is now. If it's not the vote, is what I'm saying. Kash Patel. He's at 99% now. He was at 98.8 just a half hour ago.
Mr.
Let's go. All right, let's check the headlines. What happened to the audio here? Here we go. So he's advanced. Where else could we check to see where the vote is at? Let's see. How about Bongino? The new Drudge. We don't even have... Pardon me. Okay, let's go to X. $145 is the actual vote. People are crazy on X. People will do anything for a click. I won't do anything for a click. That's why I have no viewers. That's fine.
Islamicide.
Why is she still reading names? I don't understand this. We've done the cloture vote. This is not yet the confirmation vote. What is happening? I don't understand civics. Okay, people, he's not confirmed yet. Love all the cabinet picks, but this may be the most impactful. Let's hope so. This dude sounds like a Rottweiler. What does this mean? Man, some people... Oh, gosh.
With weight loss by Hims, customers report losing over 11 pounds in just their first month. With
just go for a run. Playtime is over, but tomorrow it is starting again. Written 2 minutes ago. I don't know what that means. Okay, now the chamber is empty. We're having this vote today. What? Yeah. Yes, Adam Schiff belongs in prison. If they push this to tomorrow, I swear.
Miss Hassan, no.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question again because I genuinely do not understand. They voted on cloture already. What is this vote for which names and positions are currently being called out? They're on lunch now. Everybody's out to lunch now. So what is this? Well, if they're on lunch, then I'm going to probably... Average view duration 1806. Got no views. How could that be? I think I'm just going to come back. In 17 minutes, we want to hear that Kash Patel has been confirmed. When is the actual vote? C'est donc vraiment pas longtemps. C'est donc vraiment pas longtemps. It's truly not a long time. French. All right. Honestly, I would love to know. This has got to be lunch break, right? Just check X once more time. One more time. I might just shut this down and bring it up again when they actually vote. $1:45. All right. Well, 1:45. What time zone? Let's ask Google. When is the Kash Patel confirmation vote? (1:45 p.m. Eastern). Oh shit! That's in 8 minutes. Let's go. How is it the chamber's empty right now? Or oh, maybe that's what she's been collecting votes for. Okay, this answers my question. The chamber's empty, but periodically she'll read out somebody's name and state their vote. Maybe the 100 votes is being accrued, aggregated, collated, coalesced, whatever, right now. Because it's 1:45 Eastern, which is 7 minutes away. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And again, look at this. Politico. Patel on the cusp of confirmation to run FBI as Collins, from Republican from Maine, says that she'll oppose. But she voted yes. She voted aye on the cloture a little while ago during the stream that I thought was streaming that wasn't really streaming. I suck at this. Okay. All right. Well, we're just going to hang out then. Me and my 0 viewers. We're just going to hang out. I think my daughter will probably watch this at some point. So that's what we're doing here. This is history, baby. This is history. This is God-fearing, right-minded, moral
business taxes
folks
always
in charge.
So all-consuming.
Adults in charge. Can you imagine if you work in the Senate, like you're not a senator, but you have some administrative function or role? I don't know. Maybe this is just me. I'm like kind of self-conscious. But can you imagine, maybe this isn't everybody. You know the feeling, this is weird to say while I'm streaming, but you know the feeling of like you're being watched? So you're working in this chamber, and there's all day long there's cameras. I mean, the Senate is just broadcast to the world, right? What is it, C-SPAN or whatever? I don't know. It would be very hard to just ever like relax if you knew that every movement you make was being observed by an indefinite number of people. That's crazy. I don't know. That guy's not fazed. He's yawning. He's chilling. These other guys on the other side are sitting on the stairs. All right. What time is it? 1:40 Eastern. The vote is at 1:45, we're told. Is that going to happen? Man, I've been waiting and waiting. Oh, there they are. There's the squatters. Been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for this. Like I said a little bit ago, I would have been one of those first dudes into the building. I'm a hothead. I knew what had happened. I'm not. I mean, I'm. I mean, me and Enrique, baby, would have been. Well, he wasn't there, but I would have been like, Enrique, what? Do what? Where do you want me to go? Okay, I'll go. Okay. 10-4. Which I guess, if Enrique Tarrio got 22 years, then if this wasn't happening right now, if the election had gone a different way, then I couldn't admit what I just admitted. It would have been some sort of like thought crime. Oh man. All right, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Can we get a live stream link? Everybody just killing time, typing important things on their laptops, talking, gesticulating, patiently waiting. This guy's bringing drinks. Speaking of drinks, I could use a drink. Trump, 8% cut on defense spending. That would be sick. Think of 8% of our defense spending. Our defense spending is so huge, which is always a talking point of the left. Our defense spending is so huge. Can you imagine if they cut 8% of our defense spending? That's just like massive. I have a question. Are we not live right now? Oh, there it is. Let's get a link here. Still live? Still live. Okay, we have 2 minutes. Let's get my mom in here. Let's get my mom in here.
Mr. Ricketts, Mr. Ricketts,
What's going
I
on here?
saved
Whoa, no.
$634
No.
on my car
No.
insurance
Come on.
by using this 60-second hack.
Hold on.
The real reason why you're paying.
Okay, here we go. What's going on here?
I.
Howard Lutnick confirmed. Oh, that was the vote for the other. Okay. So this whole time I've been wondering what this other roll call is about when we'd already had the cloture vote. And now it appears to me that I was neglecting the fact that there's another dude being confirmed today. Howard Lutnick, Commerce Secretary. So I think that's what that was about. $1:45. All right, I got to go to the bathroom again. Can I do that real fast before they do this? Lutnick's been confirmed. We're coming back for the Kash Patel vote. I'll be right back. Okay, it's 1:45. Let's have it.
Mr. Schmidt. Aye.
Okay, they are currently taking the vote because we know that Lutnick has already been confirmed. So whatever these votes coming in now, they are the vote for Kash Patel. Because that's all that's on the docket today. Alright, I just sent a text to my mother and stepfather saying that I was streaming the Kash Patel hearing. But it's a group chat with both of them. And he responded back, I'll be there about 1:15 because I have to get gas first. I think he thought my text was a text from her. I don't think he has any idea what I'm talking about. Okay. Alright, whatever. Kash Patel confirmed. Why do people on X jump the gun? Okay, I know he's going to be confirmed. But he's not confirmed yet.
And I'm Dentures.
Dentures, what happened to you?
It's been tough. Yesterday we had a birthday party, and I ended up in the cake. But we also had a guy
What the hell is
try to
this?
take a bite into an apple, and I got stuck right in there. And over this past weekend, we had a home run, and I ended up in the dirt near the home base.
What the fuck? Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, I have no idea. Don, if you end up watching this, what are you talking about? They think it's a group chat. There's 3 of us, me, her, and him. He thinks my message about the live stream was a message from my mom, and so they're interacting now with each other. Like, it's not important. I'm just trying to get a single viewer to my live stream. That's all. Epstein files. That's right. So how many... Can we just get... Oh, you know what? Real Clear Politics might have it. Let's go to Real Clear Politics. I had not even thought of that. Can we get a live count? Pardon me. Can we get a live count of the current... Is that possible? Is that possible? I don't think it is. Doge makes math great again. Yes, sir. McConnell announces he won't seek re-election to Senate in 2026. Yeah. Then has a stroke and freezes for 5 minutes. Lutnick, Trump's goal to abolish the IRS. Woo! Let's go. Okay, but where can we see a current count? I wish I had a pencil and paper here and was just counting them as they called them off, but it wasn't clear to me who they were taking votes for a moment ago, whether it was the Commerce Secretary or whether it was Kash. So I guess we're just going to have to wait a minute and find out. It would be neat. Is there like a congressional website? Okay, here, let's check this out. Maybe there's maybe the stuff is entered live. Senate vote live count. U.S. Senate votes. No way this government site is updated live, right? Nominations. No, I can't even navigate. I can't even navigate a government website. I'm sorry, I'm not doing this. It doesn't make any sense. Floor proceedings. Wednesday. It hasn't been updated since yesterday. Okay. To think that we have gone from James Comey to Kash Patel is just crazy. Chosen chapter season 5. Oh, we got to catch up on the Chosen this weekend. Okay, I got to clarify with my mom and Don. How far behind are we? Gosh. All right, we're going to check X again. We're going to see what's going on. I wonder if I could bring this into the live. Let's try that. This might be more interesting. Okay. So let's open up window. Go to Twitter. Je voudrais aller le Twitter. Okay, here we go. We're going to search for... Where's the search? I don't understand the web interface for Twitter. There it is. I see it. Patel. Okay. Latest. Then we're going to go to OBS and we're going to say stream that. And we're going to bring this down a little bit, maybe like that.
We're at Dave's Hot Chicken. We're going to try Dave's cauliflower
like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay.
It's so crispy and the flavoring.
Great. All right. Now we're going to try to add Twitter to the feed here. Let's see. Browser. What if we did it like this? If I pull this off, this will be kind of a tech victory. Let's see, watch this. That'd be sick if I do this. Can I do this? Oh! Oh! Allow access through the firewall. What's going on here? No, I'm already in. I'm already in. Dang it, that didn't work. Okay, how could we do this? I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to sign in. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Minimize this. Just take a look here. Oh, what's this? No, that's not it. A little intern powwow over here on the steps of the dais. I honestly don't know what that is. Okay, we're going to delete that. Yes, we're going to remove that. Okay. Now we're going to try... Oh, play that. Minimize that. I'm going to go twitter.com. This might be a kind of a crude way to do this. I'm going to go Kash, Patel. And then we're going to pull this tab out of the whole process. There we go. All right. And then we're going to say, put this here. What?
Ms. Markowski, Ms. Markowski.
Ms. Markowski, how do you
Aye.
vote? Oh, she's voting yes. We knew that though. We knew that though. We knew that though. Okay, I'm trying to like format the screen on the fly here.
The yeas are 50, the nays are 47, and the motion is agreed to.
What?
The clerk will report the concurrent resolution.
What?
Calendar number 13, S-Con Res 7, concurrent resolution setting forth the congressional budget for the United States government for fiscal year 2025 and so forth.
I thought this was the Kash Patel vote.
Mr. President.
The senator from Kentucky, from Louisiana.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, with me today is my colleague from my office, Mr. John Lowry, and I appreciate his help. Last week, Mr. President.
Oh my gosh. Can we just do the Kash Patel
I
vote?
spoke a few minutes about the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. We call it CPB. And the Public Broadcasting Service, most people know of that as PBS. And the National Public Radio, which most people know as NPR. And I'm not going to repeat everything I said last week, but I do want to revise and extend my remarks. The United States Congress created the Corporation for Public Broadcasting back in the 60s, 1967, I think. Those were very different times. There was no internet.
True.
There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter.
True.
There was no cable TV.
True.
There were no podcasts.
True.
There were basically a handful, maybe a few more, of radio stations throughout America. And television was still pretty new. There were 3 main television stations with local affiliates.
Was it UHF,
And
VHF?
many Americans, particularly in rural areas, didn't have access to radio and television for their news, because that's all there was. I remember those days.
We
so
don't
Congress
need
decided
PBS anymore.
to
That's the point.
start, providing money for what it called at that time public broadcasting, to make sure that everybody had access to news through radio and television, even if they didn't live in a
It
big
is an
city.
anachronism.
And
It
Congress
is antiquated.
intended that news
It's not a
be
thing anymore.
news, factually based. Now, those were the days in America of true journalism. I remember them. Perhaps you do too, Mr. President. Those were not the days that we experience today, opinion journalism, where young journalists are taught to report on who, what, when, where, how, and their opinion. Those were days when the news was really the news, and it was fair and balanced. So the United States Congress created the corporation.
Oh my gosh. What the hell is going on here? Did we just lose? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get Twitter up. Don't worry. They're not voting on Kash yet. I'm trying to get Twitter up alongside. Let's see if we can do it like this. This is a really kind of gay way to do this. I'm trying to get Twitter up alongside the live stream of Congress. And it's not working. I'm not doing a very good job. So now what I'm going to do... Yo, where did I go? Video capture? Where's me? Hello? Why do I not have video anymore? Video capture. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to trash that. I'm going to trash it. I'll create it again. Here we go. Ready? Video capture. Here's the thing about live streaming and drinking. Video capture device. Yeah. There we go. Okay. 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 All right. This much we've got. Now the point. Got that there. Okay. No. What's with all these extra boxes? It's very confusing. Okay. Now we want. Hang on. Fox News, Kash, nomination, live stream. Okay, here we go.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. This monster faced 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4.
Well,
Susan
she's
Crawford,
a bitch.
Dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
Hey, I went to the new place. They didn't have everything, but the bananas were on sale.
Wait, what?
So now we're behind again?
Mr. Ricketts. Mr.
Thought Kennedy
Ricketts.
was just giving his speech.
Aye. Mr. Blumenthal. Mr.
What the
Blumenthal.
hell?
No. Mr. Deans. Mr. Deans. Aye. Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice. Aye. Miss Cantwell. Miss Cantwell.
I'm having a hard time here.
No. Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham. Aye. Miss Collins. Miss Collins. No. Mr. Marshall.
145 is supposed to be Kash,
Aye.
man. Gosh.
You might not realize
stop
that
with
you
the
could qualify for
commercials.
disability benefits. The program is designed for anyone who is unable to work because of a
Mr. Schumer, Mr. Schumer, no. Mrs. Gillibrand, Mrs. Gillibrand, no. Mr. Sullivan, aye.
Yep. Feels like this. It did take forever. We still don't have it yet. They're voting on other shit right now.
Aye. Mr. Wyden, no.
They're voting on other stuff.
Ms. Alsobrooks, no. Mr. Kramer, aye. Ms. Blunt-Rochester, no. Mr. Kim, no. Mr. Merkley, no. Mr. Langford, aye. Mr. Kane, no.
I wish I could do better.
Mr. Warnock,
Raphael
no.
Warlock.
Ms. Hirono, no.
Oh, that's better, right? A little bit. A little bit, says Henry. A little bit. A little bit.
Mr. Booker.
I like this
no.
right here.
Mrs. Murray, no. Mr. Heinrich,
We're not there yet.
no. Ms. Cortez Masto, no. Mr. Rounds, aye.
Chucky's already voted. Spudwheat. He's already voted.
Mr. Moran, aye. Mr. Reed, no. Mr. Thune, aye.
Yes, McConnell voted yes. That's right.
Aye.
That's right. That's right, baby. Mitch McConnell votes yes.
No. Ms. Hassan.
Collins votes
no.
yes on cloture,
Ossoff,
no on the vote.
Ossoff, no.
Mitch McConnell, the turtle, just before diving into that Atlantic Ocean slipstream thing,
Mr.
voted
Fetterman,
yes.
Mr. Fetterman, no. Ms. Smith, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do it.
Mr. Van Hollen, no. Mr. Markey,
Do it.
Mr. Markey, no.
What the hell did I just do?
Mr. Coons, no.
Yep. We would appear to be good.
Ms. Baldwin, no.
Kash Patel is the problem. That's right, bitches. Here comes the Epstein list.
Mr. Hickenlooper, Mr. Hickenlooper, no.
Surprise. Surprise. Yeah, McConnell gave that speech earlier, and it was like, what is he doing? What is he driving at? He was like announcing his not going to run again in 2026, and it was just like, oh, like the memoirs of an old, rhino turtle. And the whole time he was talking, you were like, okay, but how are you going to vote? And of course, everybody expected he was going to vote no, but he votes yes. And then Collins votes yes on cloture, but no on confirmation. And so any moment now, how can we say this? Any moment now, the Epstein list. Terrorists killed 14 in New Orleans. What the fuck is going on now?
Mrs. Shaheen, no.
This vote by McConnell's interesting, right? You have to wonder if these guys, like McConnell, who are just the rhinos of the rhinos, if in the back of their mind they understand, like, what's that phrase? I'm in too deep. You have to wonder if they're like, in their mind, they're like, I'm in too deep into this bureaucracy, into this deep state, into this corruption, into this uniparty, to like really grab hold of the reins or the tailgate of the revolution. But then if they're on their way out, and they see the light, if they see where things are going and they see what they ought to have been a part of, just be like, fuck it. I mean, Mitch McConnell just gave an end of career speech, and then he was like, yes on Kash Patel, and everybody was like, bro, what?
Mr. Bozeman.
You have to wonder. Yeah, chuckle. Go ahead and chuckle. The Epstein list is coming out. Look at all these. What are these interns stacked up on the bench here? We're looking at a totally different shot. Why is my live stream different from what I'm looking at on my desktop? Come on, Kash.
Klobuchar, no. Mr. Hoven, aye.
Chucky Schmucky Schumer gave a speech, then bolted. Collins, that's because she's gay. Senator Collins just voted on Kash Patel because she's gay. Because she's gay.
Mr. Schiff, no.
Because he's gay. That's why. Oh, we're almost there. I can't believe they don't announce the purpose of the vote before they announce the results of the vote. That's crazy. Let's see if we can fix this. Boom. I am terrible at live streaming. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So now I should be able to, up here, do that. Why does this still show that view? Oh my gosh. It's so confusing.
Mr. Bennett, no. Mrs. Capito, aye. Mr.
Rhinos,
Wicker,
Lisa,
Mr.
and Mitch
Wicker.
must go. He's gonna go.
Aye.
He's gonna go. He's gone. He said he's not seeking re-election, and he voted for our guy. Chill out. Cash is in.
Mrs. Fisher, aye.
The Shane Gillis clip. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. No, that's false. McConnell did not abstain. He voted yes. This lazy-eyed genius. I love him. Yeah, you jumped the gun. Yes, you jumped the gun.
Mr. Cruz, aye.
Oh my gosh. Murkowski votes no on Kash Patel? What is the vote at currently? God, if we could just get a live count. It's so frustrating. How is Benny Johnson reporting Kash Patel has been confirmed? We just want the Epstein list. We just want the Epstein list. How did Murkowski voted no? Collins voted no. We thought Murkowski was going to vote yes. Collins voted yes on cloture. Yay 47, nay 47. This appears to be where we're at right now, according to Philip Bettel. .48 with Cruz. Okay, now we're 48, 47.
Mr. Mullen, aye.
49, 47. $49.47.
Mr. Lee, aye.
$50.47. $50.47. That's where we're at, right? 50-47?
Mr. Gallego, no.
50-48. 50-48. Bro. Uno más, por favor. Come on, let's not jump the gun. Who's left? Who's left to vote? 50-48. God, I gotta piss so bad. $50-48. Such a G.
Mr. Curtis, I.
51! 51! That's it, right? Pick up my chair here. That's it, right? 51-48. $51-48. Are we good here? Yes, sir, we're good here! Let's go! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to end my live stream now. I'm going to end my live stream now. Thanks for not watching. Kash Patel, ladies and gentlemen. Kash Patel, ladies and gentlemen.
So the cool thing about Pi is that you can choose to just block every...
Doesn't matter, it's over, he's confirmed.
Watch.
Good night. Good night. Good afternoon, good evening, goodbye.
The yeas are 51, the nays are 49. The confirmation is confirmed. Under the previous order, the motion to reconsider is considered made and laid upon the table. And the
They
president
burdened
will
the country
be
down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to your racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't they just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock them up in a cage. Now you try to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed. Told us trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them, he don't have the energy. Y'all wanna kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy? I tried to give y'all a chance, like maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest, go hard. Wanna burn flags, go off. But y'all jealous will trigger that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all are terrorists when you're armed. Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't write. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't they just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Gotta lock them up in a cage. And you try to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed.
This resolution allows for $175 billion of border and immigration policy enhancements, but it doesn't spend a penny. It allows the Judiciary Committee and the Homeland Security Committee to come up with up to $175 billion plan to secure our border and do immigration reform. What will happen is that those two committees, Mr. President, will work with the Trump administration to meet their priorities.
What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened?
There's $150 billion in defense. Why? Because we have a lot of threats.
Smith prosecutions, like the classified document.
It's a fake file?
January 6th probe. Deeply critical. Obviously, those are no longer operative now that Trump is President Trump. And so there were reports in the early days last month, once Trump was sworn in,
Let's go.
of mass resignations, of a deep purge there at the FBI.
Let's
for
go.
anyone at the FBI who worked on
51
those
to
two
49,
brought by Jack
baby.
Smith. So we'll have to see how Kash Patel handles that, how he goes about, in his words, reforming the agency within. I don't have to tell viewers, of course, how deeply involved the FBI was as well in the Russian collusion probe.
Yes, sir.
Headed by the special counsel Robert Mueller for more than 2 years. And so that is where all of that bad blood that Trump...
All these senators talking about the loyal and patriotic FBI. Fuck that!
Allies within the president's inner circle.
Burn it down.
As well, also Donald Trump Jr., but also Chuck Grassley, Mike, who has been a key proponent of trying to expose some of this alleged corruption and political taint within the FBI. Of course, Chuck Grassley is the oldest member right now in the Senate. He's 91 years old, and he was, I believe,
Burn it down.
and ranking member of the Senate.
Burn it down. Thanks for watching.
That is where Patel had to come before to...
I'm going to take a nap now. Or go for a run. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was drinking in the middle of the day. Now I don't know what to do. You ever do that? You drink in the middle of the day and you're like, I can't really do anything now. Oh my gosh, we got him. We got Kash.
Looking outside in, but for those in Trump's orbit and Trump's world, this made a lot of sense.
Hell yeah.
It remains to be seen when he will be
Hell
sworn in,
yeah.
and what he will do and what his message will be to the thousands of employees at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Of course,
So exciting! It's so exciting!
So it doesn't just last one presidential administration.
That's right, 10 years!
2 or 2.5. And so Patel,
Kash
if
Patel.
everything goes right and well, will be there for a decade.
Oh, burn it down!
And I think a lot of people wondering too, Andrew, obviously Kash Patel, huge